In this video, I'll be showing you how to prepare millet grain spawn using an Instant Pot and why these pasta sauce jars are the perfect fitting jars for the job. So for every jar's worth of millet that you're making, you want to measure out half a jar. So I'm making 6 jars of millet and measuring out 3 half jars. So next step is to pour water over the millet in the mixing bowl and then leave it for about 12 hours. This will pre-hydrate the grain and reduce our boiling times later on. So this is the next day, and the first thing you want to do is you want to hit the sous vide button and then take it up to the highest temperature possible and then just turn it on for as long as possible. Next, you want to put water into the Instant Pot and then leave it until it starts steaming. Once it's steaming, add the grains that have been left overnight. Stick around and just keep stirring it for about 10 minutes until the grains look like this. They should become bulbous and look way bigger than they did before they went in. Next thing you want to do is drain out the grains into a sieve. Try and get the largest sieve possible so that the grains kind of dry out as fast as possible. Leave them for about 5 minutes until the majority of the moisture has evaporated, but there should still be a little bit of moisture on the outside. Don't worry about this because the water on the outside of the grain will become absorbed during the sterilization cycle and the millet will get even larger. So, these pasta jars are great for creating grain spawn. They're just basic 400 to 500 gram pasta jars. The lids are interchangeable, so if you break a lid, if you destroy a lid, if a lid becomes rusty, you can just get one off a new pasta jar next time you're at the shop. The other thing is, if the jars crack, they're easily replaceable. And finally, they fit so perfectly inside of the Instant Pot. You can get 7 jars into the Instant Pot with a perfectly snug fit. Next, you want to fill each jar about halfway up. The grains are probably going to expand again after the sterilization process, so don't worry that your jars aren't full. They should be about 75% once they come out the pressure cooker. Put the lids on all of your jars. The jar lids I'm using have just got a 2mm hole in the center of the jar with 2 layers of micro pour tape over the top. And another reason why I like these jars is you can place foil over the top of the jars without needing to secure them with elastic bands. It means that the tin foil is then reusable as it doesn't rip underneath the elastic bands when you try and take it off. Click the pressure cooker button and then set the time to 3 hours. Make sure it's set to high and also make sure you turn off the keep warm setting. Once the pressure cooker is finished, leave it to cool down by itself. So don't use the pressure release valve, just let it cool down for like 12 hours or so. And then When your grain first comes out of the pressure cooker, it's going to look wet, but it's not. The grains will reabsorb the moisture inside of the jar over the next couple of days. So you can use them straight away, that's no problem. Just don't worry about how wet the grain is when it first comes out of the pressure cooker. If you need to learn what to do next with the prepared grain spawn, you should watch this video next.